This always happens to me, more so now with a head injury. Well, if you're new to this channel, new to me, in 2015 I got hit by a truck. It's a typical fender bender, but when you have 25 concussions in your life or more, another concussion is not so good. And not to mention a substantial amount of other injuries, spinal and a copious amount of soft tissue damage and what have you. And, well, anyways, like I said, 2015 this happened. I thought I was kind of over a lot of my symptoms, and all of a sudden, in a week's time, everything crashed into me. You know, you'll feel good, and all of a sudden, bam! A whole week you'll have insomnia, you'll have all kinds of really whacked out stuff. And I wanted to talk to a friend just to say hi. I haven't seen him in a while, through telechat kind of thing. After about an hour's worth of conversation, I was chewing on my tongue, so to speak, and sure enough, my brain was dead. I literally sounded like I was a person who just stuttered. So it was, I was worn out, off I went to bed. And there goes my half a day that day, and about 3 days more recovery. So that's pretty much since the day of my accident, that's my life. And so yeah, I filed my Social Security because it's kind of hard to get a job when you really can't function. I paid into it, so I can't see myself being a leech, so to speak. But I'm tempted to hop over to the border to Mexico, come back illegally so I can get the health insurance and the $3,000 a month real quick. It's a lot quicker than what I'm trying to go for now. But I won't get into the politics. Politics is kind of like a venting thing for me, keep my mind busy. And to exercise my mind more, because I come from an engineering background, I still do a lot of engineering, so to speak. And I use different tools. I'm unable to do a whole lot of things. I spend too much time on the computer. In fact, I just fall asleep for days. So there's a whole lot of things, that I took for granted that I use as tools or for pleasure, and we just can't do anymore. And the repercussion is a copious amount of chronic fatigue. So, but other videos, I'm up, hey, what's going on? And this phase of my recovery has just been bleak, to say the least. It's not like a depression bleak. It's bleak as in, you just don't, I think this is the plateau, but you never know. I mean, it might be a eureka moment, and I might be solving quantum physics, but I don't think so. But other videos I've been looking at myself at and everything else, I noticed, but I was taking 36 pills a day from the accident for a good 2 years, and drinking 2 pots of coffee, and I was reading some of my old doctor's notes, and I was bouncing off the wall. That ain't the case today. And I drink literally 1 cup of like 16 ounces of coffee in a day, and that's in the morning. And I take maybe 3 or 4 pills. Oh, well, no, about that, about 5 pills. And I take them most of the time. I take them at night. If I skip, I'll go on a day regimen. But anyway, not to draw it out or last too long. But that's the scoop. I don't live an exciting life, and let me tell you, I didn't think I lived an exciting life before. I sure as hell don't live one now. But that's the only, the battle I have is, going to Social Security, dealing with that. Um, Actually, that's in story into itself, and got a couple other things happening too with that. But anyway, I have what else we got going on? I'm trying to think. Oh, that's about it. Just been functioning. I went to this channel to see what's going on with it. I figured I'd give it a little update. I can only spend so much time on the internet, and then I'm done. So, I figured I'd grab the phone, stick it up on here, and give it a few minutes to try, and let you know what's happening. Yeah, 5 years. I mean, the first year I was staring at the ceiling. Talking about driving yourself mad. So, but anyways, I plan on taking every day, one day at a time, and every crossroad as it comes. There's no big plan, so to speak. There's no real trumpeter, I'm going to do this because, the day of the accident, I had a 3-month contract waiting for me, and it was $2,000 a week job. So in 3 months, I was going to make 24 grand welding at a power plant. So you can't make plans because who knows? I might get into another car accident, or lightning might strike me, or a bear come out of the woods and snatch me. You never know. Shit like that happens. So anyway. But I figured I was looking at these videos, and I seen some where, I'm ups and downs, and I just figured, I'll just keep doing these little updates. But like I said, I talked to an old friend of mine I haven't talked to in a while, and about an hour and a half with him, and I was done. I mean, 3 days worth of recuperation. Immediately 4 hours of bed rest, and then it was like 3 days worth of absolutely doing nothing. And that's pretty much how it is with me, period. So it's been like that for 5 years running. So I'll be darned. Anyways, do I look positive in the future? I'm always like that anyway. I figure I got this going on. Kind of like if you get your leg chopped off, how do you walk with a limp? You just walk with a limp. You just walk with a limp better. So, but with this, I used to go back and forth with people. In fact, I was trying to fight with the people I used to fight with, no names. Yeah. And all they could do was act like third graders and hit me with third grade level ad hominems. It was quite the disappointment. The people that I used to go toe to toe with really didn't have what it took, I guess. In other words, they had nothing to give. Strange, yeah, I mean, what it comes right down to it is when you have discourse with people, whether they respect you or not, it's kind of irrelevant. But you can use your discourse as an exercise, as a tool to benefit you. And that's what I was trying to do with some of the people that I went back on the internet with. And when they couldn't even help themselves out of a conversation or even on topic, I just realized, even at my disability, I bested them because they defeated themselves. And that's when I realized, oops, I gotta go. And I seen that to be a trend lately, because I'm not caught up in my own ego. I'm now taking the lounge chair back and observing more and seeing where people are fucking up more, that kind of thing. So, so more centered in myself. But anyways, figured I'd share this part of me with you, and I wish you all the best. I figure the next time around, like I said, I don't deal with the internet too much. I do it to entertain my brain, that kind of thing. And ironically, I'm all out on Pinterest. A lot of mechanical stuff, a lot of technical. You know, obviously the geodesic domes, the shipping container homes, things like that. Just you know, engineering, windmills, off the grid type stuff. These are technologies that I think are going to be not in our future, but in the now. And if you're not in the now with it, you're going to be scrambling for it in the future. As I always say, food for thought. So, anyways, best wishes, all the luck. Take care.